Indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again on another day, another moment for us to rejoice within the song and dance that is this life we're living. Thinking about the universe as a single verse of a collective song that we're all singing. Pippi is stealing the stick that I was propping my stream up with. The universe. Pippi is singing the song with me. Kitties in the background, trees and mountainsides. What a trip. Even friends like you. Thank you for joining me, Joe and Joy B and Shannon and Nana. Thank you. Genuinely sharing some space. To the friends not saying anything, I love you too. Stephanie. It's nice to see you, friend. Thank you for joining me. We'll read something worth saying. I like this one. We can change the word if you want to. Maybe I will even, because the word God can be pretty loaded, as we discovered yesterday. But let's say, instead of God, say infinity, right? That God is infinite, right? At least conceptually in our minds. So let's say infinity instead. That where you are is in the place of your birth, the mind of infinity. Where you are is the place of your birth, the mind of infinity. You are that mind of infinity. And joining me out of the infinite different moments, experiences you could have chosen, you chose this one. I feel honored, flattered, even flabbergasted. Why not? Happy, mostly. Thank you, Fred, for joining me. I see Natalie, little human, is pointing at you saying, "You see him again." Here I am again, dude. I was like just here in a different medium, and here I am again. I am a real person, I promise. Start thinking, am I a real person? Am I? Looks at self, looking if I'm a real person. I'm as real as any other person. Either nobody's real or everybody's real, okay? Tripping out about Brian, thinking I'm AI. Kitty is doing parkour in the background. Very cool like. Let's see if I can capture her. What you doing, Kitty? Can you see her? I even can't. I can't see anything. I think you can kind of see her. Is that Kitty? Climbing higher, out of frame. Pippi is also here with us, being her cute self. Is that you, cutie patootie? Are you a cutie patootie patooties? Yeah, you are. So cutie patootie. Now all of the little small sticks that was propping my stream up no longer doing their jobs. Is this thing? I'm trying to fight gravity. Gravity wants to take all of my things. It's like, yeah, come to us. I falleth. Yeah. This is my stick, Puppy. This is my stick. I'll break a piece of stick off you. You can take that stick. I also like sticks. How's that? Kind of level, right? Better than it used to be. Yeah. Or do you want this perspective instead? This one? Okay. I listen. It's cute, Lozana here too. Nice to have you. Fun fact, this opening is very close to an intro to philosophy. Well, Natalie, I do consider myself a philosopher, right? If that is a good thing or not, I'm still debating, right? Can you consider yourself a philosopher if you haven't actually officially studied philosophy? I'd like to hope so. I believe, if anything, philosophy should just be you allowing yourself to ask questions, right? Ask yourself wise, if you will. The wiser the wise you ask, the wiser the wise you'll ask. The more wise of wise you can ask to continue asking wise, right? a puppy's making puke sounds. It's not. Was it that bad? So bad. Oh goodness, love you. Mm. It's been an experience. I'm on my second day of fasting again. I have been drinking coffee, black, of course, no milk, and it's almost like I get to have even more of a appreciation for it when I'm in that state. And the song I sing myself about the coffee, if you will, is a little bit more romantic. So grateful to have black bean juice. Mm. Yeah, that is quite an experience. Coffee, coffee. Oh goodness. The only reason I feel kind of okay with drinking coffee is because of the frequency I do it. Like I think about how genetics influence the things we choose to like or the things we like. Maybe the things we don't choose to like, even to say it in so many words. My mom really likes coffee. She'll drink upwards of 6 cups a day, easy peasy. Even late into the night, which I don't understand, doesn't make sense to me. And I'm curious, right? Like if this is something she does right now, and I've seen her doing this my entire life, she probably did that while she was young and then pregnant with me as well. And this is not an attempt to smear my mom or to speak badly of her. Quite the contrary. I'm thinking about how her like of coffee and her showing up for coffee in this kind of terminology probably influenced her DNA and then in turn influenced mine. And coffee really works for me, where like coffee is almost a psychedelic in my experience. Like if I sit down and have a cup of coffee, there's a like a seriously noticeable change in my perception and my willingness to do things, the amount of dopamine in my brain, I guess. And when I communicate this perception, this understanding, this song I hear when I drink the coffee, my family kind of is like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they'll ask me to make them coffee in the middle of the night, like at 10. And I'm like, isn't that going to keep you awake? And they're like, no. And I don't understand how. If I drink coffee that late at night, I'm going to be laying awake in bed thinking about things, thinking about so many things. Trying to see thinking as a song as well, right? And the way I dance, I guess, would be just my awareness thereof. I feel thinking is one of those things that I like to do, that I'm proficient at, that I have the ability to use as a tool. But at the same time, it's also one of the things that take up the most of my energy. I can be so enthusiastically thinking about things that I end up not doing anything. So many plans, and yet no dancing, right? You can listen to music and plan to dance. Yeah, maybe if this drops, or maybe if they start singing, or maybe if there's a nice melody that I can step on. Sometimes the song that is the universe won't be conducive to dancing. And we still have to, right? And I'm painfully aware of this as a dancer. Like if music isn't serving me, right, from a dancing perspective, I have a really hard time not only dancing to it, but even listening to it. Right? And I feel we do the same thing with life sometimes, where we stop listening to the truths we hear in every single moment. Dancing instead, right? That dance can be seen as a negative as well. If you're dancing to get away from something, dancing just to get something over with, even. I hope these vague fractals that I'm stimulating in your brain is doing something. Thank you for allowing me to. How are you and your dad doing? Mel, actually doing pretty well. Like he's sending me messages. Nie met alle grijsheid kom wijsheid nie. He just sent me a message. Not with all grayness comes wiseness. That's doesn't work as well in English. There's a saying in Afrikaans that goes, met grijsheid kom wijsheid, which directly translates to with becoming gray, you become wise. Oh, wise. We were wising, right? A little bit earlier. So I don't know why my dad just sent me not with all gray hair comes wisdom. Oh. I sent him a quote of a dude in his late 70s saying, man is the most insane creature, for he worships a God he cannot see while destroying the nature he can, not realizing the nature he's destroying is the God he's worshiping. That's paraphrasing a little bit. And then my dad sent me a message. Not all wisdom, not all grayness comes with wisdom. So the relationship is exactly the same, Joy Vive, as it's always been. He believes I'm stupid and that I don't know what's going on. And I believe he is holding on to an old belief system, right? I think he's very intelligent. I think he's made a success of his life with what he's known. I don't deny any of those things. We had a conversation about that yesterday as well. Like a lot of those conversations. It's not that I'm in disapproval of my dad. It's that I want to see more from him, right? Exponentially more. I want to see him as a superhero, as I try to see all of us, right? I honestly believe, right? Like that's the thing. That's the thing that boggles my mind. I actually believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that you friends are gonna change the world. Right? I'm just a cheerleader, essentially. And I should have said this to my dad as well for him to understand what I believe my role is. I'm supposed to encourage, I'm supposed to show up for love, to encourage that love. Right? That's what I believe my purpose is. And that's a difficult one for anyone to actually believe in, right? But if I don't believe in something, then I'm going to be assigned a belief, right? I'm going to be let believe something. And I don't want to do that. I believe in you, friends. I believe in the capability we have to improve our small worlds at first, right? That you can improve the world that is yours. You can, if there's a massive stack of dishes, you can wash the dishes right now. And then by your power of manifestation, you can make that space more harmonious, right? And I heard this beautiful example as to why it is apparently we we feel so bad sometimes, right? And the analogy was made in the context of something like washing the dishes, where when we don't do the essential things, when we don't dance the dance that the song sometimes expects us to dance, right? Like the song of Dirty Dishes requires you to dance the dance of washing the dishes. Ah, I'm washing dishes. Right? So you have to dance that dance in order for the dishes to get washed, or put it in the washing machine, or eventually buy yourself an Android that will wash the dishes for you. You're still gonna have to get the dance done. But when we don't, when we hear the song and we don't dance, it creates a sense of anxiety or a sense of self criticism inside of us. And I noticed this especially staying at Christian's place, where if I don't, one of the first things in the morning, wash the dishes and get that out of the way, it's almost like my mental space is cluttered, where I keep creating further and further away time frames of when I will do it. Right? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do this thing for an hour and a half, and then I'll have 30 minutes to do that other thing I want to do, and then I'll have another 45 minutes to wash the dishes, and then it creates this anxiety of, oh, I'll dance later. I'll do the little dance later. Not right now. I don't want to the little dance, and then it influences the current dance I'm doing. Where because I know I'm supposed to be doing another dance, I know the steps of the other dance, and now it's influencing my current dance, making it hard for me to dance. Making sense? I feel you guys understand perfectly what I'm saying. It's funny. It's almost funny, and to see it in that way, I believe it makes it a little bit easier to do the dance. Like when you show up for the things you know you're supposed to show up for, it makes the other experiences that aren't necessarily expected of you a lot easier because you've done what's expected of you, right? And sometimes what's expected of you can be just the bare minimum, but the bare minimum is different for every single person. Your hygiene standard, right? That I heard this other term called a hygiene standard, where the people you surround yourself with might have different base level hygiene standards than others. All right. And this is a rough example. So to think of it from this perspective of two people want to start exercising and getting fit, right? And both of them come from a world where they kind of like eating a bunch of junk food and uh, watching entertainment, for example. Because I can be fit and enjoy entertainment and occasional, junk food, but you can also not be. So, anyway, these two people, right? One of these fractals, when he fails at exercising, his minimum hygiene standard can drop so low that now he goes 3-4 days in between showers. He doubles down on the amount of junk food he eats. He doubles down on not washing the dishes and watching something instead, etc., etc., etc. And the other person, when he stops exercising, his minimum hygiene standard drops down to he still showers every day. He still tries to wash the dishes, even though he is eating junk food and watching a bunch of entertainment, right? So both of them technically failed at the goal they were kind of participating in. But the way they failed or the amount of regress they allowed in their own lives is, in their world, their minimum hygiene standard. So surrounding yourself with people, and I feel I do with you friends, that have a hygiene standard of happiness, of love, of showing up in this world, of attention to detail, of caring enough about someone else to listen to their problems. I can keep listing. It has, at least in my mind, upped my hygiene standard to the point where I feel the minimum requirement, the the minimum I expect of myself is always rising, right? And that can be a little bit discouraging sometimes because we only have that much energy and capacity to do things in any given day. So if I keep raising my minimum hygiene standard indefinitely, I will burn myself out. And then I realize that I can attach minimum hygiene standards to the amount of rest I allow myself as well. Meditation, spending time in mindfulness, taking a moment like this. Has this become a part of your hygiene standard? That's interesting. So important to me that I try and share beauty, hope, inspiration, uh, fractals inside your mind that inspire, right? That create a fire in your soul, in your heart, in your mind to make more positive change. Because you can. You've shown me. You've made positive change in my life, at the bare minimum. Looks good, Mel. Thank you. Shan, camera angles, looks fine. Fun fact, too. Philosophy was started by Phil. Phil philosophy. Gary Lee's here too. Your dad just needs mushrooms. I've been trying, like, we actually had a conversation about that, about psychedelics. And my dad is like, oh, yeah, I don't have to see flying elephants in order for me to change my worldview. And I just sit there in silence listening to this. I'm like, yeah, I see so many flying elephants and I take LSD, surely. That's like my most common theme, flying elephants in it. And he doesn't He doesn't want to. He's scared. He's scared of changing his worldview, dude. Like, and I understand that. And I've offered him my psychedelics, right? Also, one of the points I make to him, like, dude, people that are addicted to drugs don't want other people to take their drugs. That's not how drug addicts work. And I'm just like, please, dad, take my drugs, please. Please take them. And he's like, no, near. I don't need any of that, he says to me. I'm like, Dad, you don't need to drink alcohol either. You don't need to eat excessive amounts of sugar. You don't need to watch entertainment, but you do all of these things, don't you? It's something you can do. Deepen the depth of your experience. Yesterday wrecked me. I spent most of the day crying. Lovezana, I'm so sorry to hear that, friend. Did the actual day or the stream wreck you? I wasn't going to come back, but here I am. I'm so sorry to hear that, friend. You weren't gonna come back, Lois? And that hurts my heart. Is it something I said? Stop self-consciousing. Stop it. Stop it, ego. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, oh. What other people think about you is none of your business. It's none of your business, oh. It's none of your business. I'm just sorry to hear you're sad, friend. That is the thing that's bothering me more than what you think about me. It was a heated day, that's for sure. Oh, yes. I'm sorry to hear you had a rough time yesterday. I hope you're feeling better today. Thank you, Joe. Means a lot. We love you, friend. Heaslak is here as well, saying, hey, hey, Melty manifest D's. Smiles. Manifesting so much smiles. We've been wrecked, Heaslak, with the internet. Speaking of dance, and it's serving Melty. I used a playlist of his to get through a very early Monday today. Love you, Natalie. So much love is being shared in the moment. The chores in life, dance and smile through the chores in life. I like it. I like you, Melty. I've listened to a song called Estian's Dance. What? It's an instrumental. I'm making a video for it. I'll try to finish it today and send it to you. I've written a song called, whoa, that's double melting my brain. Not even listening to, written a song called Estian's Dance. I'm making a video for it. I'll try to finish it today and send it to you for your thoughts. No, Melty, it was anything you said. Okay. I am relieved to hear that. And I wish I wasn't. A part of me is like, no, damn it. My ego suddenly got a little band-aid. I love you, friend. Struggled with some of the comments. It's just a me problem. I've not been able to read the comments just yet. I tried yesterday, but I was facing the same problem that some of you friends face when you can't watch the comments. If it's like close to the end of the stream, it has to like, some time has to pass before you can. So I'm looking forward to going and reading the comments as well. Ooh, man. These moments, friends, these moments where we notice patterns coming up inside of us, right? We see the songs being sung in the outside world. We notice patterns, fractals of songs we've sung ourselves. And then we might not necessarily like the song being sung. And we try to get away from it instead of trying to dance. Right? And I don't know if that's necessarily wrong. I really don't. I don't know if it's wrong. I feel it might be avoidant in nature sometimes. But the fact that you're still showing up, friend, shows me that even if we feel that way, it isn't necessarily something that we have to heed. Right? Yesterday's topic was about trust, right? Trusting. That it's sometimes difficult to trust ourselves, especially our thoughts. And it's a beautiful point that came up in yesterday's stream as well, this understanding I have that we are ultimately the awareness, and our thoughts, our lives, our bodies is the change that we get to be aware of. And that you shouldn't trust necessarily in the part of you that is change as much as you should trust in the part of you that gets to observe, the part of you that can show up. And I see you doing that, dear friend. Thank you for still being here. Heather's here too, sending you love. Uncle Becky, I've been thinking about you tons. Tons and tons and tons and tons. Sending you energy throughout the day, dude. How are you doing, Brother Bear? It's nice to see you. I am happy you have made a routine where I showed up for me. Feels easy and supported. Ye. Every day, little bit of support, little bit of you got this, little bit of your love, little bit of there are other people in the world that cares, little bit of look at how beautiful all of this is. All right? Even if just for a moment, even if the rest of our experience isn't necessarily indicative of the same, at least we got this. If even for a moment. Breath. Feeling, seeing, hearing, noticing, experiencing. So much. And we get to share it with one another. Wait, what? Wait a second, did I miss some? Wait, what? You feel avoidant if dancing? Sorry, I showed up late in the middle of the topic. No, 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 not necessarily feel avoidant while dancing. I'm attaching a bunch of the topics we're discussing to the energy of dance and song today. And a friend of ours mentioned that she had a hard time yesterday with some of the comments she was reading. And those comments can be interpreted as songs being sung by different people, right? And the songs we sing can be very dependent on where we are as a being, right? So reading other people's songs, you might see parts of yourself that you used to be. And sometimes we try to get away in a dancing way as well, right? I have unironically walked off of the dance floor while still dancing because I wasn't feeling the music anymore. And I'm not gonna stop dancing because I'm not feeling the music, but I'm not going to continue listening to the music. So I'll walk off while dancing. So I felt that energy being a possibility, but I also noticed how even with me, sometimes I won't like listening to a song and I will walk away from dancing on it, but I'll still come back to dance again, right? That seems to be something that's at least stable. If I'm going to trust anything, I'd rather trust the part of me that can show up again to dance than the part of me that doesn't necessarily like the music I'm dancing to, right? I'm just off to bed and opened YouTube. Working nights, so glad to see y'all briefly. We see you, Uncle Becky. Thank you for doing that good work, for showing up, Brother Bear. It's not going to be forever. You got this. You know this. Have a good sleep. Currently, I get 1.5-hour days for all of the things, not work. I'm off. I'm on a mission. Thank you for taking that time for yourself to rest as well, Brother Bear. How are y'all? I've been very rajasic, I feel. I'm fasting again, so I'm abstaining from calories. Today is day 2. I'm gonna see how long I can go for. I've already lost 5 pounds in the last 2 days. And I just have this like bug on my shoulder sometimes, Uncle Becky. Deep disapproval of myself, of my current state of being, of how much work I'm putting in, of the things I'm supposed to be doing. So slowly but surely, I am dancing the dance that is expected of me, right? Might not necessarily always like the tune, but I'm tuning in little by little, exercising. I've not had a problem with, but I have had a problem with eating. I am a sugar addict, self-proclaimed, I guess. But I am working towards not being one. And it's hard. And every single time I falter, I hate on myself. So I'm trying to be better with that. How about you, Uncle Becky? How are you feeling, friend? Get some love. Thank you, Heather. Maula Hoopy joining us too. Seeing you, friend. Thank you for joining me. Uncle Becky, I'm grateful for yoga today, as I kept the kids home due to snow. Natalie has been practicing with us pretty, consecutively for almost a week now. At first, her hamstrings would hurt, and now it feels good to her, right? It's going to continue to. It's going to get better and better at it. More and more flow into the body, more and more love for the self, more and more tranquility in the soul, power within the breath, presence within the moment, attention to what's important, what's valuable, what's essential. And it's not always easy for us to know, right? Things change, our goals evolve. What we think we're supposed to be doing shifts. And I feel instead of being attached to a certain song, right? Thinking about, again, song as universe, one song that is our world. To dance, no matter what that song is. To enjoy dancing, no matter what that song is. It's not easy. Sometimes it feels impossible even to be like, this fucking sucks. Oh, this sucks so much. How could anybody ever want to listen to this and dance to it? Oh goodness. I feel like this topic is kicking my ass as well today. Really thinking about this. It was inspired by Melita, by the way. Hey, doctor, joining me. Thank you for joining us, friend. I see you. I think when we watch a conversation between two people, sides and oppositions, we feel we draw our thoughts regarding the points made from our unique past and experiences, likely why our responses vary greatly. I believe this too. Alexandre joining us too. Hello from Thailand, where I'm traveling solo. Solo, Alexandre? What happened to the boyfriend you got recently, friend? Is he staying home? Are you no longer together? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for joining us, friend. I worked on a sugar addiction by switching to natural sugars first. It made processed sugars taste too extreme, and I could get my sugar fix in other ways. Like the thing for me, Natalie, is my body doesn't like sugar. I actually find myself in a place of pain, right? It's the whole trip of when we do things that are uncomfortable and potentially painful, like exercise. Right now, we gain pleasure in the long term. And sugar is one of those things that provides immediate pleasure, but it causes me pain in the long term. Like that pain is actually physical, embodied. And I haven't been able to find something that doesn't do that. It's probably my habits. Like I don't know why, but it's almost like the button in my brain that releases ghrelin doesn't stop until signals are sent that the organism has been satiated. So I eat a lot. I eat a lot. But I don't think I eat that much, right? Apparently, if you asked Christian, I eat like a rhino. He makes me so self-conscious about it. But I'm in the process of losing from the weight I've gained with the amount I eat. And it's a weird fractal where I lose weight and I get into a certain kind of state, a certain percentage of body fat. And then it's like the whole minimum hygiene standard thing again, where my body isn't necessarily comfortable with being in that low of a weight because it knows I do fasting. So it might tell it to, store energy again because this dude starves sometimes. And then I fluctuate between being in shape, at least to my perspective of what in shape is supposed to look like, and then I get into that shape, and then my body upregulates the amount of hunger I experience. And then I get ravenously hungry, and then I eat, and then I gain weight, and then I gain weight and then I am not okay with having gained weight, and then I decide I'm gonna lose weight, and then I lose weight, and then my body gets hungry. It's a trip. It's a song that I don't actually like listening to most days, but I'm realizing that I'm dancing for that song as well. I'm doing the things that are expected of me. I'm on the other side of the verse again. I'm on the verse of losing weight now again. And I'll probably be on that verse for this year. Unfortunately, and this is tripping me out, but I I believe, right, for one of the tangible ways for me to generate more income is to provide yoga classes. And if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have to show up for the song, right? I'm gonna have to dance the dance that is expected of the song of being a yoga instructor. I'm gonna have to play the part, look the part. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is a bad thing if I judge myself very critically for not being that. And I am doing that, right? I am judging myself very critically because I know that I'm capable. I'm, I'm fully capable of not doing that. And the biggest thing is I should set patterns in place. Like, and the pattern that I plan on setting in place when I break my fast again is just weighing my food. It sucks. Oh, it sucks so much ass. I hate it. I hate it. But it's the only way that I can track calories. Otherwise, we're just eyeballing it and I eat more than I need. Freaking weighing our food. So lame. So lame. Where's the robots? Can I get a robo chef, please? Providing for me all of the meals I need in the exact calories that my body, requires. Is that too much to ask for? The future goes like, you got money? You got money? Oh, I can give you personal chef robot. You just got money. Raya, 22. I see you. Thank you for joining me too, friend. It's nice having you here. I'm exhausted, but happy. I had so much mental fatigue from financial stress. It seems like it lasted a long time, and then I go back to work and catch everything up in half a check. Freaking ridiculous. It's the fractal, it's the song that you're gonna be expected to dance to right now, Uncle Becky. Right? You have a property that is a massive drain on your monthly resources and debt slavery, to say it in just a word. Fucking debt slavery. It sucks, oh, and it's I'm also trying to figure it out, brother bear, and it's gonna take us time. It's gonna take us time, and if we have to dance other dances while we dance the dance we want to be dancing, then so be it. So be it. We'll dance. We'll dance. So if anybody can dance, it's us. I was in my own way. We get in our own way all the time. Is it just sugar? It is sugar. Sugar to me is glucose, right? So anything that gets turned into glucose is sugar. So potato chips, sugar. Muesli and yogurt, sugar. Like all of those things are sugar to me. Uncle Becky, I'm happy for your stress relief. Same, right? Glad to hear you, my dude. I can hear his voice in my head as well. I needed that struggle though, so I could learn. And now when I stop working again in the future, I will be more structured. I feel do both. Do both, Uncle Becky, right? Like do the things you want to be doing when you quit your job and work the job, at least for now, right? Until the thing you want to be doing becomes your job, or at least provides enough financial resources for you to no longer do your job. That if you can spend 8 hours a day building for someone else, you could spend 1 hour a day building for yourself, right? And then realizing that it's gonna take us some time, and that's okay. I know it's the last thing we want to hear. We really like instantly gratifying ourselves, but be okay with your dream taking a lifetime. Be okay with it. Be like, what? What do you mean, Melt? My dream is gonna take a lifetime. What I'm saying is this idealized future we can all see for ourselves. won't come tomorrow. We would all like it to, I promise you. But it will come eventually. And the deciding factor, the difference between those that get what they want and those that don't, is whether or not they show up, right? Like you have to show up and hold your hand out in order to get something put in it. If you don't show up and hold your hand out, you can't hope to receive the thing it is you want. And I know you friends do. It's not always easy. Sometimes the songs that are being sung around us suck ass, and we don't want to do that dance. But we can. We can. Oh, goodness. If anything, we've proven to ourselves just how capable we are. I'm taking ticks off of Pippi's back. You got some ticks, Pippi. I'm sorry. Uncle Becky, sorry you're going through that. Insane. Someone as skilled as you has to ever worry about it. Unfortunately, we are not being valued for the full depth, for the full capacity we have to provide value right now. It is up to me to implement said skills. I'm a rebel for the wrong causes, I guess. I feel that in my soul, Uncle Becky. Trust. Dude, I feel that so hard. I'm a vessel full of skills, but damn if I can make brain connect with hands on most days. It's hard, dude. It's so hard. I feel it's the hardest thing that we're expected to do, right? To dance the dance of our own lives. That the dance in work, the dance in relationship, the dance in self-care when it comes to hygiene, the dance in food. All of these dances we're almost expected to dance, and we know how to dance these dances, right? It's familiar. But dancing to your own song, writing the song while being the dancer, and your life being the dance, it's a lot. It's a lot. And we don't know how to dance. All right? I don't know how to dance. I just do what feels natural, what feels true in any given moment. And that's all we're all really trying to do. Trust in yourself enough to keep dancing, friend. I feel you, Uncle Becky. Sometimes we stand. I weigh all my food. I know, Shan. That's the only way. That's the only way you actually control your calories. Sometimes we stand in our own way for far too long. I want a perfect nutrition drink or a pill pack. I don't want to have to think about food. I just want perfect nutrition to let my body and brain thrive. Food is a huge struggle in this home. Here too, dude. Here too. My mom buys so much junk food. Oh, like there's this. So, to give you an idea of one of the personal struggles I've been facing, is this industrial-sized cereal pack, right? Like it's, I think something like, like seriously, something like 10 pounds worth of cereal. And this cereal is a wheat type of fluffy, crunchy still package with chocolate in the middle of it. It's like a little pillow made of wheat with chocolate in the middle. And eating that stuff with milk, it's dangerously good, dude. Sugar and milk, oh yeah, you know? And then it creates inflammation in my throat, but it tastes good. And then I have to like actively fight not eating those things. But they're in the house, right? And I can't tell my mom, no, stop buying these things. Tell my siblings, no, stop eating these things. You know, that isn't gonna fly. So I have to try and be extra strong. Food, oh, so difficult. So difficult. I believe things will probably change as we go into the future with that as well. I don't know if we need pill packs or nutrient paste, but we can potentially have, you know, AI companions that have biometers that know exactly what your nutritional needs are. Did someone just manifest abundance into the stream? I'm gonna see you now, friend. I'm just saying I love you so long. In the US, there are food services, yeah, like HelloFresh, right? That do complete meals to your door. You choose the ingredients, protein, carbs, veg, grain, spices. It's all divided, packaging into exact proportions. That helps. The only thing we worry about of that is the, you know, single-use plastics. I have to skedaddle and leave all of you spare spoons and compassion, all of my spare spoons and compassion. We love you, Natalie. We'll see you again soon, friend. We'll trade you a fork and a hug. Love you all. Sleep is worth 10 times more than happiness right now. Sleep, dear friend. Nose is on the grindstone, working 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I'm grateful for y'all. We're grateful for you, Brother Bear. Thank you for spending a moment. Sleep well. We'll see you again soon. You guys have ticks in Africa? A lot of ticks. Like we've killed so many ticks on stream alone. Starts checking self to see if I have any ticks on me right now. Take care of yourself, Uncle Becky. Don't run yourself into poor health. Please don't. Uncle, thank you. Thank you, Brother Bear, sharing a coffee with me too. I had a coffee at the start of the stream. Sending that love to you as well. Sleep well. Get rest. I need this cereal. No, Natalie, please. It is way too addictive. It's unironically one of the most addictive things I've ever tasted in my life. Dangerously good. And also extremely bad for you. I slept, you guys. I'm here, Sam. We see you. I was sleeping. We love you. You're doing perfectly. Thank you for getting some rest. Bye for real this time. Cheers, Natalie. Uncle Becky, before you bounce, I haven't had a chance to chat. I have secured a small amount of funding, and I'm on track to grow Duck Dad Farms 3 to 7 times this year. Stuff is hard and heavy, but moving forward. Love you, dude. Duck Dad manifesting abundance into his space as well. I believe in you. I see the thing you're showing up for, friend. Keep up. Keep dancing. Keep doing it. My practitioner tested me and told me exactly what to eat, how much of it, and when. And since following what she said, I've been so much better. Thank you for showing it's possible. Shan, Shrumos here too. Good morning to you, friend. Nice having you. Try historian as well. Heather saying, how strong is sugar when we're fighting for oxygen from our swelling throats as we shovel the cereal in? Yeah, that's the trip, right? That you'll know full well that the thing you're doing is not good for you. That eating this thing causes me inflammation, causes my body to hurt, causes my mind to feel foggy. And it tastes so good that we'll do it anyway. It's kind of alarming. And to share what I found in my personal experience helps is eating whole foods, right? That sure, sugar is addictive, but sugar isn't the problem. Being hungry is the problem. So if you feed yourself the things that you know you need, an adequate amount of protein every day, whole grains, then the sugar kind of loses its appeal a little bit, at least a little bit, not always and not all of it, but a little bit. How to love. Your dad had different ideas, eh? My dad's idea of love he shared yesterday as well is an envious slash jealous one, right? And I wanted to share this with my dad, but I never actually got around to it. He was talking about uh, like going to hell, right? That hell is the absence of God's love, right? And that He doesn't force you into His love. He allows you to come into His love. And then if you don't want to be in His love, at least from a death perspective, you stay there forever. You stay outside of His love forever. And I was like, Dad, I can, with this stream, make an example of how I try to be a little bit more loving, right? Unconditionally loving than this God you're describing is. Where if you friends don't show up in this space, right? You don't show up for the love. I'm not going to damn you for eternity, tell you to never come back again, right? That whenever within this infinity we're a part of, like who knows, maybe we figure out longevity tech. We live to 10,000 years. 10,000 years later, you come back into the space, having been gone for 10,000 years. I'm going to be just as happy to see you, just as loving towards you, just as excited to hear what you've been up to. Like, and I feel that's the message I'm trying to share with my dad as well, that if God, and I believe He is, if God is real, He's actually just love, pure, unconditional love, that there is no thing you can do to deserve that love. You are that love. That if not for that love, you would not be. And it was a trip. It was like a loop, of me and him going back and forth, and me trying to share this understanding, and him sharing his understanding, and then him sharing his understanding inspired in me this understanding that I've been holding. Like, he kept convincing me, showing me again how the things he believes are not things that I can resonate with. And it helps. It helps having those conversations, but it felt like I was having all of the conversations I've had with him up till that point all over again. It felt like a beautifully rehearsed, almost like little dance, to bring it back to the topic. Circle will be open tonight again. Thank you, Sam, for opening that space, dear friend. For us, food is a big sensory issue. Texture, taste, stomach, all kinds of things. Food sensory issues is huge in the neurodiverse. Sometimes food is disgusting, especially when stressed. So you eat crap. Exactly. And not only is it disgusting, cooking it can be kind of disgusting, right? Where I have to work with raw meat. I have to think about the fact that something died for me to eat this. I'm grateful for it, but I cannot not consider it, unfortunately. It would be nice to just be brain dead while I'm cooking myself food, but no. No. You're gonna think about all of the implications of the reality you're participating in. If I use anything that comes in single-use plastic, I beat myself up about that as well, etc., etc., etc. There's so many layers. Just the act of eating something from, we can say, a neurodiverse perspective. I would like to say a divine perspective, that the divine being that you are doesn't need to eat, right? That your awareness, you will stay aware until you die, even if you don't eat, right? That if you're like, I will not eat any food anymore, I'm just going to consume awareness. You will consume awareness until your body dies, and then you will continue to consume more awareness. So, yeah, it makes it difficult. It makes it a paradox. It makes it hard. So hard to do the things we know we're supposed to be doing. It's easier when other people do it for us, but there aren't many ways to have that done. The robots are coming. They really are. But they might take long, and it wouldn't necessarily be responsible of us to wait until they are, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I have a personal chef robot that's going to exactly know my calorie needs. And it could be a delivery service as well, and that could be closer, the personal chef robot. But will know my personal calorie needs, my personal nutritional needs, the foods I like to eat, and then we'll prepare it in such a way that I would want to eat it. Reduce the friction between living a healthy life, right? That would be great. I would love that so much. Skew. Yeah. Hopefully we'll keep doing this. Is that a Jovan I see, but breaking out of us for a sec to let you know I love you. We love you too. Continue lurking, Jovan, speaking loving words into your brains. That makes God sound passive aggressive. I've felt this for a long time as well, Heather. It is the same way for me, Duck Dad. I had a lot of digestive issues and a lot of things hurt my insides big time. But I realized a decent part of that was just from stress and anxiety. How about that? Sugar is about sweetness. I know you know how to be sweet. You'll see the cravings may go. That's nice. Maula. I just have to get the stuff I need, dude. I have to get enough energy in my body to not feel hungry. And there's a bunch of different energies. There's energy in protein, there's energy in fat, and there's energy in carbs. So I just have to figure out how much energy I need and then supplement that energy with the nutrients I believe are going to serve me. And if I do that, then my cravings will at least within that subside as well. Jovan, Jovan, so much love. This probably comes with a history of abuse that my older generations grew up with. You feel like parents took away love. If you did something wrong, oh yes. Oh, very much so. Yeah, Shrumo says, I feel ya. Generational gaps can make conversations abrasive. Here's astrology. might have some answers to know how to crack open that egg. He's a Scorpio. How about that? And I'm a Taurus. Cooking it, yes, I love to cook, but sometimes the burden of making a meal feels like a Herculean effort. Me too, dude. I love cooking. I love it. But being faced with the reality that I have to get up and do it, that's the difficult part. And especially if you have a family, oh, it's hard enough to cook for myself, but then sometimes I feel bad for only cooking for myself. So then I offer cooking for everyone else. And then a 30-minute exercise turns into a 2-hour exercise. And then it's like extra resistance for us to actually do that. Good to see ya. So much love must depart. Love you, Duck Dad. We'll see you again soon. You beautiful flesh beetles. You. May your day contain much tripping out. I haven't said tripping out once. How about that? Taurus versus Scorpio is an epic battle. It's been an epic battle my whole life, Shrumo. Every day, oh, epic battling. And I shared this yesterday as well. My dad has been a beautiful example for how a tolerant person can look. Like I've been abrasive. Oh, I've been Hey Amari, I've been Meltmore for a long time. I've been melting preconceived notions, melting old belief systems, melting misrepresentations, misinterpretations of self and of others for a long time, me and my dad. And it's been a brutal one. It's been pretty brutal. But we still love one another. And that's something that inspires me. Hey Elaine, I see you, my dude. I have no shame cooking just for myself. If I have extra, I may share. Maybe I share. Yeah, I try. Everyone is me, dude, in my worldview. So I see my family as versions of myself, right? Conscious awareness, staring out into infinity. And then I think to myself, as conscious awareness staring into infinity, would I like Melt to cook for me? And I'm like, yeah, I would like that. And then I have to cook for myself, all of myself. And then I'm like, bruh, and there's so much work. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. That's the real trick, is doing the hard things anyway. Dancing, even if you don't like the song, right? How are you doing, Lane? How's things treating you, Brother Bear? Oh, goodness. Oh, this stream has been fun to me. I've been having a good time. It's been feeling like quite a dance. Quite a dance. You can dance if you wanna. You can leave your friends behind. Let's pull a card. See what Sacred Geometry has to say. I'm doing okay. Slow morning. But I'll be alright. Yes, you will, Lane. You'll be better than alright, though. You're gonna be so fine that people are gonna be like, Yassi, dude. What are you having? What are you having, huh? You have something for me? You look so happy, Lane. You look so overjoyed. You look so passionate to be alive right now. Can you teach me? And then you're just like, love is true, oh. Yeah, sure, all of this life, getting you down, but actually, love is true. I'm definitely a Monday morning kind of morning. Oh yes, I've been Mondaying as well today, it seems. It's been very Monday. Let's see what Sacred Geometry says. I feel like kind of an upswing life, but definitely feel like I'm between the phases, which just kind of sucks. I feel that way as well, Dry. Like I feel good. I feel hopeful for the future. I'm noticing all of the work that we're gonna have to do, right? And it's a little bit of a, oh, I'm gonna have to do all that. Oh man, oh, this one? Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. And I mean, the shaman is wearing blue. Look at that. That shaman is so wearing blue. And there's like these blue stars surrounding it as well. Spirit kin. We are spirit kin. There's a puma as well, sending Maxine some animal card energy right now. Hello, Anas. Thank you for joining me. Spirit Cairn, card number 39. Courage and transformation, Dry. How about that, dude? Like we've been talking about this all day. Courage and transformation, especially with this song. Transforming our ability to dance lovingly. Wait, my brain. I also felt orange. Dude, you're there. Oh, look at that. Orange surrounded by blue. All of this is blue. That's blue. That's blue. The dress he's wearing or gown he's wearing is blue. You got it. Look at that. The shaman. Yo. So this is the shaman, right? The very first word after introducing the character of the card is dances. What is this stream about? Dancing to the song of the universe, you say, Mel? The shaman dances and drums around a fire that is called in energy, that has called in the energy of his spirit kin. Wait, my brain. Nice try. Clairvoyant though. My brain, please. I'm having a hard time right now. Just like the dances right off the bat, instantly synchronous with today's message. Okay. Mountain lions, also called the puma or the tiger, speaks of strength, courage, and transformation. Golden spirals kindle this fiery energy. We here call upon this magnificent spirit kin to demonstrate the gift of courage. Courage enters your life in many different ways. It is fearlessly standing up for what you believe to be true. Courage is being confident in your discernment and your ability to speak from your heart. It is trusting the universe is on your side, guiding and protecting you. Courage is the strength that comes from within. It is being who you truly are, without fear or judgment of yourself or others. It is speaking out when you believe strongly for or against something. It is the power to transform fear into love and to bravely follow your own visionary path. To transform fear into love and to bravely follow your own visionary path. Courage is transformational. Transformation is courageous. Trust your ability to call in the transformation that your vision requires. Find the courage within yourself to express your gifts and to have confidence in knowing you can make a difference in the world. You can make a difference in the world, friend. You can make a difference in the world. You will make a difference in the world. You have made a difference in the world. You will continue to make differences in the world. Thank you for making a difference in mine. Oh yes, the Valor card. I have Valor at the bottom of my neck right now. Shan, I added Valor to myself specifically. Oh my goodness. Double brain melt. This is the exact path I'm on right now. Fear into love. I see you, Dry. I see all of you, friends. We're pulling these cards for all of us, right? Thank you, my spirit kin. My spirit kin. My brothers and sisters of heart. My dear loved ones. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you again soon. I love you. Goodbye, everyone.